And we are starting off with Kate Martin. So Matthew, as long as you are unmuted, would you like to take the first question?
Sure, I'll go ahead. Welcome to Las Vegas, Kate.
Thank you.
How nice has it been so far in camp to have Megan there as a support system, someone who's been in the league and someone you can sort of use as a mentor almost as you go through this process?
Yeah, it's definitely been nice to have a familiar face. Obviously, Megan and I were teammates for a year when she was a senior and I was a freshman at Iowa. And Megan's been through pretty much everything during her 6 years in the league, been through cuts, been through making teams, heartbreak, a lot of, good times as well. So it's been really nice to, be able to talk to her and bounce ideas off of her, or, if I'm ever struggling, be able to talk to her about it because Lord knows she's been through it. So it's been really nice to have her there.
Sean?
Hi, Kate. Sean Schultz, WNBA Swish. Welcome to Vegas also. And what's it been like with your new teammates? What kind of advice have they offered? Just how important has it been to have that many iconic veterans there, both players and coach?
Yeah, honestly, it's hard not to get starstruck every day when I walk into, their facility, but it's been really great. Obviously, they've been in the league for a long time and they have a lot of experience. And so anytime, I have a question, they're ready to answer, and it's been very nice. And they do that for all of the rookies too. And so it's just been really cool to be able to watch them work, their warm-up routines, everything they do, how they work like a pro. These women are amazing, and they're very good at their jobs. And so just being able to see what they do and try to emulate that, and how hard they go every single rep. I'm trying to emulate that as well. And I think I do, but, I can always be better, and I want to be like them, one day as well. So it's been really cool to be a part of such a great team, a great culture so far.
All right, let's go to Christos, coming to us all the way from Greece.
Ooh.
Hey, Kate, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you very much. I would like to ask you, as the rookie of this team, you're in a championship caliber team, back-to-back champs. What did you learn so far? What is the most impressive part of this process for you?
Yeah, I think the most impressive part has been just like how they take care of their bodies, their mindsets, and how strong and physical they are, and how in shape they are and everything. They can run for days and days, and they're so strong. They know exactly what they're doing. They're so smart with the game. Their IQ is through the roof. So that's been really cool to see and be a part of. And I'm trying to soak up everything I can from them, because I want to be like that too. And so that's been probably one of the most impressive and coolest things to be a part of so far.
Jordan?
Hey, Kate. So I just want to talk about, draft night, just knowing what it was like to hear your name called, because you were there to support Caitlin, but to hear your name called, I know that was a dream come true. So just tell me what that moment felt like.
Yeah, it was definitely a dream come true. It was crazy. I just didn't really know when I was going to hear my name. I was very hopeful that I was going to hear my name that night, but they moved me closer to the aisle so I could get up to stage quicker because I was in the middle of the row. And pick 16, when they picked Deasia Fair, the camera was close to me, so I was like, oh gosh, am I getting close? I don't know what's going on. Pick 18, the camera was back in my face. The Aces had the pick again, and I heard my name called, and it was just so many emotions, a lot of happiness, I was feeling very grateful. And it was really cool to be able to celebrate that with my teammates who were there, and my coaches who were there, and be able to walk across the stage. And like you said, it was a dream come true.
Nikias?
Oh, hi, Kate. Hope you're doing well, first and foremost. When free agents and other draftees kind of roll through Vegas, the first thing that they kind of talk about is how much terminology is thrown out there too. What has the learning curve been like for you on that front?
Excuse me. Yeah, the terminology is definitely different. Like I said before, the IQ is through the roof. So they definitely have a lot of different terms, and it makes sense. It's basketball at the end of the day though. So, I've been trying to pick it up as much as possible and talking with the vets when I can about the terminology or what I need to do on this play, XYZ. And they're very receptive of that, and they're very willing to help. So that is very nice to have that, a really good vet-led group. But yeah, I think I'm picking up on it well. I don't know. You could ask Coach Hammond, and she could say I'm not picking up on it very well. So I'm just taking it day by day and trying to soak up as much knowledge as I can.
Got you. Very quickly.
Oh, sorry, guys, go ahead.
Oh, my bad. I was gonna say very quickly, how have you kind of balanced just trying to carve out a role and do something consistently versus showcasing maybe more of your game than you got to show in college?
Well, I'm just here being myself. I don't need to be anybody else. I don't need to be the star player. You see the talent that the Aces have. That my role would just be a role player, if I, fortunately would make the team, make the final roster. And I've been in that position before. I know how to be a role player. I know how to support stars. I've done that for quite a few years. So, my intention is to come in and give 100% effort every single day, never take a rep off, and just work really hard and be a good teammate. And that's what I'm doing every single day.
Thank you.
We've got time for two more. Jackie Young is waiting outside. Let's go to Gabby.
Hi, Kate, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
What's been most challenging for you from the adjustment to college to the WNBA so far?
I would say the biggest adjustment is definitely the speed and physicality. And also the terminology, like we talked about, it's a lot different. This is a different level. There are levels to basketball, and every single level you get to, it's going to be more difficult. It's going to be faster pace. It's going to be more physical, and I'm just trying to hang, and take it day by day and give it all my all every single day.
Well, good luck to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Brad, close us out.
Yes. Hi, Kate. How are you?
I'm good.
Brad Lake, WBB, WNBA, Swish. It's been a roller coaster of a year so far. Can you please speak to how you have grown as a person on and off the basketball court?
Yeah, I think basketball teaches you a lot of life skills. I haven't really had time for a job, I guess, in my 6 years of college, but basketball teaches you a lot. It teaches you how to be a good teammate, how to be able to, cooperate with other people, work as a team. And those are life skills that you can carry on forever. And it's bigger than just myself. I worry about my teammates, and I'm worried about the person to my left and my right, not myself. And that'll carry me on for the rest of my life, right? And so I just try to work really hard and, just take those life lessons into my daily life. Who I am as a person, that's who I am to my core. And so while I'm not only just a basketball player, I can take all those lessons I've learned in my however many years of playing and keep that in my core of who I am and my personality.
Thanks a lot, Kate. Let's go ahead and swap.
Thank you, guys.
Jackie, yeah.
Push it together if you want to. Yep, and then just put it in. Thank you so much, Kate.
Thank you, guys.
I lied, not Jackie. Tia Stokes, come on in.
Is it muted or is it on?
It's not muted, so you can yell at everybody and make moves.
Now, I keep untucking and tucking this jersey, and I know y'all can hear me.
Very important stuff there. All right, let's go ahead and get started with Rafiq.
This is Rafiq with Nothing But That Sports Talk. How you doing, Kia?
Good, how are you?
Doing fine. Yeah, what has this training camp taught you as far as being able to push yourself towards becoming a better role model, not just for the teammates, but the up-and-coming WNBA players in this league?
I really just try to use my experience. I've been in a lot of situations with really talented players around me. I think I have a good idea of what it takes to win. And I think I embody the idea of know your role. So I'm just trying to help in any way that I can, knowing that there's more to basketball than just scoring points. So trying to become a better teammate. I think that's something I can definitely try to teach these people, and just work ethic. Becky loves talented, hardworking, competitive people. And I just try to remind all the newcomers, whether they're rookies or people that's trying to sign, just bring competitiveness every day.
And if I could just ask a follow up, I mean, how has Kate Martin developed herself as far as being not just important to the Aces, but actually trying to make the roster?
She does a little bit of everything. She's smart. She knows the game. She works hard. All really good qualities. So I'm sorry for the coaching staff and the front office that have to make the final decisions.
Messiah?
Hi, Kia. Glad you're doing well. Just wanted to check, how was your off season? No, you didn't finish the season the way you wanted to health wise. What was the recovery like, and just how are you feeling heading into training camp?
Yeah, it was a long off season, but I'm good now. I was telling other people earlier, it was a blessing in disguise. I was able to stay home, spend Christmas with my family for the first time since 2014. So that was exciting. But yeah, I'm just feeling really good now, excited, just getting back in the swing of things. I'm excited for, the rest of camp, our preseason game coming up, and then obviously May 14th is when it all starts for real. So I'm just really looking forward to just making sure I maintain my health and just get ready.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Jordan?
Hi, Kaya. How are you doing today?
I'm good.
So yeah, just a quick question. So obviously you've been recovering due to injury in the off season. So just talk about once you finally got on the court, what is something you've been wanting to work on as the season comes near to you?
Just being more confident in my abilities, knowing that I can look to be more aggressive, shoot open shots and just continue to be a good teammate. Really my focus was just getting healthy. So that's kind of my main priority. And then, feeling good now and just trying to bring everything that I can to this team because all the other teams in the league are elevating their games. So I think we all are kind of taking that same approach where we all have to kind of elevate and take a step up.
Heading back out to Greece for Christos.
Hey, Kia, I hope you're doing well. Looking at the roster, the core that you have, and the way that you work as a team, what gives you confidence that you can make the three-peat this season?
It's definitely going to be tough, especially with more super teams forming, to say the least. But I think Beckett does a good job of holding us accountable, making sure that we're ready, we're prepared. And then we have great leaders on this team that go the hardest. So when your best players are going harder and harder every day, I think you just, as a teammate, have to elevate your game. You have to be up to their standards because that's what has been proven to win. And so with everyone else improving, if you're staying the same, then technically you're not improving. So we're all just every day just try to get in, get better. And I think that's our focus is just day by day trying to be better than we were the day before.
Sean?
Hi, Kia. Sean Schultz, WNBA Swish. With the practice facility, you guys have had a year now to kind of get used to it. How important has that been in helping you with your championship run and just having a central place you could all come together and just relax?
I think it's great. I think Mark has done a great job of just setting us up for success. And I think having the luxury of choosing practice times, knowing that no one's in our gym but us, or no one's in our locker room but us, I think it's a sense of ease and lets us focus strictly on basketball. And then if you look at the medical side, having a state-of-the-art training room and workout or weight room has just really helped us, get healthy, stay in shape. And our staff has done a great job of just basically getting us whatever we need.
Matthew?
Hey, Kia, I hope you had a somewhat restful off season. Just want to know, with Candace retiring, obviously you filled in for her a lot last year when she was hurt. Have you and Becky talked about your role changing? Because I know you stick with your role really well, but just you talked about needing to score more. Has there been a discussion of needing to step up a little bit more with Candace no longer with the team?
Not officially, but I'm sure it's coming. Before the season starts every year, Becky has some index cards where she basically writes down what she knows that you do well, what she expects of you, and like what you can improve on. So I haven't had mine yet, but I'm sure it's coming.
Blake?
Hey, kid, this is Blake Spadine from WNBA Swish. Y'all are a very close and bonding group, but how did it feel last year when A'ja Wilson shared her Defensive Player of the Year trophy with you?
Okay, sorry about the swear. First of all, I didn't think she really meant it. Let me actually not cuss. I just wasn't expecting it because A'ja does so much for us. I mean, her blocks are incredible. She's always talking. She's always in the right spot. So I don't want to say she was full of shit, but I was just like so thrown off by I thought she was like kind of joking. And then she's like, no, girl, I'm serious. Like, come up here. I was like, oh, like for real? She was like, yes, you think I do this by myself? So it was just a moment for me to be like, okay, like you are appreciated. Even, you know, the best player in the league or one of the best players in the league is acknowledging you for your defense. Well, it was just incredible and really appreciative. And I think hopefully it gives our guards a little more confidence to be more aggressive on defense when, you know, you got me and Asia back there. But man, I was just super shocked and just, I was probably cheesing. I don't like to be in the spotlight. So when she brought me up, I was definitely like, oh man.
All right, Brad, close us out, and then we will be back with Megan Gustafson.
Hi, Kia. How are you? Brad Lake, WBB Nation, WNBA Swish. Earlier this year, you had a great honor when you went back to your high school. Can you please speak of being inducted into the high school athletics Hall of Fame and what your time there meant to you?
Oh yeah, it was great. I was, you know, fortunate enough to be able to come back. So 2 years ago, I got inducted to the State Hall of Fame, which I was super excited about. And then this past year, I got to my high school one. So just to be able to go back home, see my family, basically see where I started and to be recognized is a pretty awesome feeling. And my teammates, they even showed up, which was incredible and annoying and hilarious at the same time. But just the love and the care factor from everyone and all support has been amazing. And you know, I joke all the time that I don't claim I'm from Iowa, but you know, Iowa's kind of who made me who I am today, and I want to change it for the world.
Thanks a lot, Kia. We'll let you go and switch you out to Megan Gustafson.
Thank you much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Judy.
I'm here, and I'm not just saying anything.
All right.
All right, Megan, who's your four-legged friend?
This is Pancake, my corgi. She's of course going to attend today. Very excited to be here.
Excellent. All right, then let's get things started with Sean.
I'm glad you brought Pancake up there, Megan, because I was going to say you're a great signing for the Aces, but obviously Pancake's the MVP. And how's Pancake been doing adjusting to the Aces and his new teammates in the new city?
It's been pretty good. I mean, the weather is very similar to Phoenix, so not too much of an adjustment, but we're just excited to explore. Excited to see some dog-friendly places here in Vegas. Obviously, I just got here a couple weeks ago, so still pretty new to the area, but everyone's been so great and so welcoming. And I mean, everyone loves Pancake. What's not to love?
Pancake's awesome. Thank you.
All right, Cassandra.
Hey, Megan. Also glad you brought Pancake. Obviously, there are some cuts coming all around the league. There are going to be a lot of young players. Looking back and thinking about your journey, what are some key defining moments that you think help you stay in the league? And what advice do you have for younger players who are about to be waived?
Yeah, obviously I have, you know, a perspective and being cut multiple times, especially early in my career. And so I think for me, what was most important to focus on is the little details that the coaches are looking for. Not necessarily coming in and trying to score a bunch of points. There are superstars for that. And so being able to come in and find your role and really paying attention to exactly what coach is saying. If coach is saying set better screens as a team, make sure that you're the first one that's going to set great screens. Just really focusing on little things like that and being a great teammate. Just being able to encourage everyone else is super important.
Matthew.
Hi, Megan. Welcome to Vegas. I wanted to ask you what sort of went into your decision to sign with the Aces in the offseason, and how were your talks with Becky like, and just what led to you making this decision of where to sign in free agency?
Yeah, I mean, I was really excited to hear from the Aces in my free agency offseason. You know, I've always wanted to play for them ever since they started to win championships, and just to see that culture that they have, you can tell it's not just about, yes, you want to win, but we really care about the people around each other. And obviously, Coach Hammond is a really amazing coach, and being able to talk to her was really special, and really excited to continue to get to know her and to play for her. So I think those are the factors that I looked at.
Rafiq.
This is Rafiq with Nothing But That Sports Talk. Why don't you talk about like the whole transition from one franchise already seen multiple championships to another who just started winning multiple championships recently?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely really fun to be around this atmosphere, this environment. You can tell it's a championship culture. From the facilities, from the resources, those things are really important. And even though they might seem small in the grand scheme of things, they definitely make a difference. And so being able to be here now, And just to see what that looks like on a personal level, it makes a big, big difference. So I'm just thankful and grateful to be here.
Brad?
Yes. Hi, Megan and Pancake. It's Bradley from WNBA, WBB Nation. You've had a very busy offseason. Can you speak to how it felt making history overseas as the London Lions were the first British team to win the Euro Cup?
Yeah, it was really, really special to be able to be a part of history there. It felt really awesome just to see from the beginning of the season. We didn't have that many fans, but as we kept continuing to win, they kept coming, and we were able to play in front of a sold-out arena for the Euro Cup championship. And before in the history, there was never a British team that even got close to the semifinals, let alone the finals. So just really excited to be a part of that. It's definitely emotional, definitely a big highlight of my professional career. So just thankful that also Pancake got to be a part of it.
Blake?
Hey, Megan. What are the most underappreciated skills of your game, and what do you see yourself contributing to the Aces quest for a third championship?
I think for me, obviously coming out of college, I was a scorer, and so that's there. But I think for what I've really focused on, at least in improving year after year, is setting good screens. I know how important that is to be able to get my teammates open and be able to get better options for floor spacing, whatever it is. So I think, again, focusing on being a good screener, I think that's super important. Also working on my defense, that's something that I've really, really focused on in this off season. So I'm really excited to show my improvements there.
Nikias?
Hi, Megan. Hope you're doing well. Just to follow up on that, the Aces were not just one of the best defenses in the league. They were very versatile in the different types of things they threw out there. What has been the learning curve there as you've been in camp?
Yeah, I think the biggest learning curve is definitely the aggression. The Aces defense is very aggressive physically, mentally, and being able to really disrupt and bother other teams. And I've typically in the past been someone who's focused more on offense. It is fun to score the ball, but lately I've been really, really enjoying focusing on defense. And I was focusing on that in the off season with London, and so far in training camp, it's been really fun to focus on that and really just to bring a whole nother level of aggression defensively.
All right, let's close that with Christos.
Hey, Megan, hope you're doing well. I would like to ask you about your season overseas in London because you had a Greek coach, Stella Kaltsidou, and you won a Euro Cup championship with her under her direction. What did you learn from her, and what stood out to you about her coaching ability and the methods that she brought on the table?
Yeah, Stella was a really great coach. Obviously having that Greek connection of I played in Olympiacos the year before, and she is Greek, so it was really special to be able to come together and to win in Euro Cup and take it all home. But I'm really just grateful for her. She really challenged me every single day. She's a great person. She knows how to bring teams together and building chemistry and being able to really just focus on winning and. Just thankful, grateful. It was a really fun time.
All right, so final question, Andy, you got anything for Pancake?
Thanks. Hey, Megan, Andy Lipton. We met a number of years ago at the draft. Hope you're doing well. So your alma mater has had kind of two fantastic years back to back. They had great years when you were there. How was it like to kind of follow the ride this past year of the team and Caitlin?
Yeah, I'm just so proud of the program of Caitlin and Kate and what they've been able to do. Obviously, all the players that have been there before and after I was there. I feel like a proud parent, proud alum. Just couldn't be happier for the program. I put so much into that program and in terms of just giving it my all every day, leaving it all on the court, and just to see that is definitely still there, and just to see Iowa on national headlines every day in the ESPN and everything. I'm just really grateful that I was able to play at Iowa and to still see them shine today.
Great. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
We're gonna say goodbye to Peanut and hello to Sly. Can you get those?
Yeah, it's pancake, not peanut.
Yeah.
Thank you,
I
Megan.
was so focused on Sly.
Yeah.
I know. Apologize, pancake.
Thank you.
You got your debut? Up your jersey, please.
Hey, they go like that.
Give me a break.
Not on Zoom.
I might. Sly, you
Yeah, it's good. I want to see what they put out there, what kind of rumors they start.
Come here, Nathan. You wanna come up here?
All right,
I'm so low.
Matthew, go ahead.
Hey, Alicia, I hope you had a nice off season. I wanted to ask, now going into year number 2 with the Aces, just how much more comfortable do you feel, and what do you feel like in this second year you can, obviously you won 6th player of the year last year, but what more can you do now in year number 2 with them that you've had another year under your belt in this system?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you can get, some time and be able to build chemistry with your teammates and, within a system, you always feel more confident. So there's definitely a new level of confidence that I have. And yeah, I mean, for me, it's just continuing to find ways to get better, whatever that looks like, whatever is needed. Your role changes every year. So just being prepared for that. Something for me is just like working on being more consistent. I know some people probably looking in from the outside in last year, probably like, oh, you were, and it's the standard that I have for myself. I want to be more consistent and be the best that I can be in whatever facet that looks like for this team.
All right, let's go to Sean.
Hey, Alicia, Sean Schultz, WNBA Swish. First, how's Sly doing over there? And secondly, what have you saw so far in the rookies, Aisha and Kate, and how have they been doing with the team?
Sly's great. He's living his best life as a 13-year-old little dog. Yeah, he's new and he's not new to this. He's true to these media days, so he's doing well. Thank you for asking. Yeah, for me, the rookies, they've come in, they've been aggressive, they've been competitive, which is really nice to see. Sometimes rookies come in and maybe are a little intimidated by the circumstances, but this rookie class has come in and they've competed every day. They work hard. They're in there just in the gym just as much as we are, so it's nice to see.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Nikias?
Hi, Alicia. Glad you're doing well. I think it was a couple of weeks ago that you tweeted out that you had filmed 3 episodes of Off Seasoning. Is there a release date? Have I missed that?
There isn't a specific date. It's sometime this month, probably in the latter side of the month, but yeah, it's supposed to be coming out this month.
All right. Thank you.
Rafiq?
This is Rafiq with Nothing But the Sports Talk. How you doing?
I'm well, thank you.
Yeah, like as you continue to prepare for the upcoming WNBA season, like what do you think that a Aces three-peat would mean, not just for the franchise, but the WNBA as a whole?
Well, I mean, one, it would be historic. It hasn't been done since the Houston Comets have done it. And it's not an easy feat. And so that's something obviously we're aware of. But for us, we're coming in with the same mindset that we had every day last year. And that's just focusing on where we can be better and where we can be the best version of ourselves. Because a championship isn't won in May. And so to be able to, we know what our ultimate end goal is. But for us, it's making sure that we're focusing on taking care of the daily habits that are going to build towards being able to put us in the position to hopefully compete for another one.
Appreciate the insight. Good luck.
Thank you.
Blake?
Hey, Alicia, this is Blake Spadar from Blake's Take. What you're known as one of the best defenders in the league, but what are some of your skills that are under the radar and that nobody really talks about?
I feel like by year 13, people kind of talk about everything that you do. I don't think there isn't much that people know about my game. But no, I just, something that I always say is that because you accept a role, people feel like that's the only role that you're capable of. And so obviously I know I can score the basketball. I know I can be a threat offensively, but that's not how you win. It's what is needed and where can I plug myself in to be able to make sure that I'm adding to what's already here. And that's always my focus. I don't ever get caught up in what people do or don't talk about. I know what I'm capable of. My teammates and, coaches know as well. So that's really what I focus on. But at this point, everybody knows.
Jordan?
Hey, Alicia, glad to see you doing okay. So you've been in this league for a long time. So just what is some advice you can give to the up and coming rookies as they take the next step in their careers?
Honestly, for me, it's whether they're here on the team, whether they get cut, it's just, if this is your goal, if this is your dream, then take the feedback that you're given, and find ways to work on that and get better and come back again. Nothing in this league is guaranteed, and that's why you have to come in and work every single day. And I think there's a valuable lesson in that is you have to come in and show up every single day. There's no days that you get to take off and relax and not compete. And I think once you can have that as like your mindset, the sky's the limit. But enjoy the process, enjoy the moment, enjoy the time you get to put on this uniform and compete in this league, because it really is the best league in the world. The best players play here, and it's an honor to be able to come out here every night. And so just don't get lost in all the things that are going on, and just remember to be present and be grateful for, all the hard work that you put in to be able to accomplish this.
Danetta?
Alicia, I saw you tweeted a couple days ago just talking about how you were undrafted. How proud are you of yourself that you continue to stay the course through it all, through the adversity, through the grief of your dad, that you're proud of yourself, that you're still sticking it out, giving this game everything you have?
Yeah, I mean, I'm extremely proud of myself. There's times as athletes that we are so focused on what we need to get better at, where we need to improve, that we sometimes forget to stop and take a moment to just appreciate where we've come from and appreciate the path and journey it's taken to get to this point. And, after losing my dad, that was something that I did. I had kind of a reflection point where I was just like, you know what, you've done a lot. You've been able to sustain through all of this, being a second-round draft pick, being cut twice. Like it's not by accident that I ended up here in this moment. And it's because I'd like to think of my mentality and my work ethic, and my adaptability. And so I'm extremely proud of myself for what I've been able to accomplish, for the way I've been able to inspire others. Because at the end of the day, that's what really matters to me. This uniform, this game, it's all great, but I want the next person who watches me or reads about my story, I want them to feel inspired that, regardless of adversity, setbacks, whatever it is, that you can overcome it. And if you overcome it, just to make sure that you appreciate it along the way. What's up, buddy?
All right, let's close it out with Christos, and then we will be joined by KB, Kirsten Bell.
Slides down.
You're doing well. I'd like to ask you if we'll have the opportunity to talk at the end of the season, after everything that will come to an end in this season. What kind of outcome will make you satisfied from a personal standpoint?
Say that one more time, Christos.
What kind of outcome will make you satisfied at the end of the season?
Oh, the outcome of the season, what would it be? Oh, I mean, another championship. That's the goal.
Thanks a lot, Alicia.
Thank you. Sly was like, he's like, my time on these interviews are done. I don't get paid.
He yawned too. He was like, I'm over this.
Yeah, thanks. All right, Ethan, let's do it. She out on this? There you go. Shit, get out of your diaper. Shit,
I gotta believe that's the first time that has been said on a WNBA.
This under your jersey. Oh, yeah, thank you.
What's
up, Katie? What's up? How you doing?
Good to see you. Everything going all right?
Yes, ma'am.
Good.
Mike is live, and that's the second curse word we've had, not from you, Kirsten.
Hey.
KB.
Not for me. Okay, I'm gonna put this out so this doesn't. I think that's good. Okay, cool. Ugh. We are here, baby.
Yes, we are. All right.
I don't want to put too much ice on y'all.
All right, we are joined by KB, one of very few people who have won a WNBA championship in each of their first two seasons. Nikias, tip us off.
How you doing, KB? You still good on the ice? We're all good. Another run for AU for you. What was your offseason emphasis? What were you trying to work on?
Continue to work on both sides of the floor. Continue to get my shot. Stay consistent. and play defense. Coach harps on that. Is how you win games, how you win championships, and so just really trying to pick up my intensity, physicality on the defensive end, but offensively just continue to stay true to myself. Know I'm a shooter, know I'm a cutter, but continue to just stay consistent within that.
Thank you.
Blake?
Hey, Kirsten, how does it feel to be such an historic team? And how would you describe the environment at practice?
I would describe the environment, unbelievable, special. It's a special group. When I first got here, my first year, I didn't think I was going to walk into 2 championships back to back. But my teammates are great. Coaches, I think everybody within this organization is great. We all are here for a reason. And God put us here, and we continue to just do beautiful things, continue to just build our legacy here in Vegas. And I think going into year 3, just continue to build on that.
Brad?
Yes, hi, KB Bradley from WBB Nation, WNBA Swish. Kind of going back to Athletes Unlimited, when you played girls, you had some amazing stat lines. Can you speak to how it was playing with some of your teammates and how AU helps grow the game?
Playing with Sid, it's always great playing with Sid. It's fun, competitive. It's a little bit of trash talk here and there. But I think the competition at Athletes Unlimited is great. And they continue year in and year out, and especially for the 3rd year, they just continue to grow. And as for women's basketball, that's what we just continue to want. And I think Athletes Unlimited is going to continue to just make a rise. More athletes are going to continue to just want to come play, just want to come compete. And not just for basketball, off the court too, just being able to gel, build chemistry, build relationships within each other. But other than that, I think it's a great for women's basketball. And I told them they should throw some football in there a little bit.
All right, let's go to Rafik.
Hi, what would you talk about the whole experience of this year's training camp in prior to was about to be your 3rd season WNBA with all the newcomers coming in, which is highlighted by Kate Martin?
We have great players that came in, signed training camp rosters, got drafted this year. Congratulations to all of them on a successful college career. But now they're in the big leagues, and I think that it's exciting. And I haven't it's only been my second, about to be my 3rd year, but just telling them just enjoy the moment. You guys got put in a really good spot. So soak up every knowledge that you can, ask the questions that you want answers to, and just feed off the vets because they're here for you. They're not going to bite you. They're here to answer any questions, and I think that them coming to the Vegas Aces, they're in a pretty good spot. And I wish them nothing but the best. And I think we're gonna have a great season.
Danetta?
KB, Danetta Coleman, No Plays All Sports Talk. Your 3rd season starting with the Aces, looking back at your rookie season to now, winning 2 championships, being under the veterans and the leadership of Coach Becky Hammond and Asia Wilson, of your teammates, of those veterans. How do you kind of develop, or how do you kind of evaluate your game from year 1 to where you are now, and what are some things you want to achieve personally in your 3rd season?
I think just really just sticking to being true to myself. I'm still here. I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. So just really just sticking to that, staying consistent. And coming off 2 championships, we still have things to learn. The coach said that from day one, walking into the film room is we could do better. We could do different things. And I think there's always room for growth. And so I think within myself there's always room for me to grow in different areas. And I think the coaches see that. I see that in myself and my vets. I just want to continue to just have the trust and the confidence that they have in me. And so, yeah.
All right, thanks a lot, KB. We will let you go.
Thank you.
And next on the schedule is Sydney Colson.
Oh, good luck, y'all. Good luck. Sorry, you gotta deal with that.
We will see who actually
Thank
shows
you.
up at the next. All right, we are joined by Jackie Young, and let's start things off with Brad.
Yes, hi Jackie, how are you? Brad Lake, WBB Nation, WNBA Swish. Can you speak to the depth of your roster where in any given game, one of you can have that breakout performance, and where no matter if you are a starter or on the bench, every player has a role every single game?
Yeah, I think yeah, you kind of just said it. At any night could be somebody's night, you know. And so we have a lot of great players on this team, and a lot of people that can get hot. And so, you know, we do a great job of sharing the ball and getting everybody involved. And so, I mean, if you're hot, we're going to keep going to you. And we love to see people get career highs.
Matthew?
Hey, Jackie, I hope you had a nice off season. I wanted to ask you, you've had so much growth over the last 2 years, and you talked so much how much your confidence has grown. What areas do you feel like you've grown in the most in the last few years outside of that confidence, and where do you feel like you still need to grow your game going forward?
Yeah, I think I mean, my 3-point shot is probably the most obvious one. Just I think the first step was just shooting it, you know. A lot of times I'd be wide open and not shoot it. And so I think just having the confidence to step in and shoot it, but also I spent a lot of time in the gym with Tyler, just working on my shot, made a few tweaks, and I mean that's made the biggest difference. And so now we just spend a lot of time, you know, just getting in reps.
Jordan?
Hey Jackie, hope you've been doing well today. So I just kind of want to just talk about this upcoming season. What do you think is going to be the biggest thing you work to improve on as the season goes by?
Sorry, what was the biggest?
No, I was like, what do you think is going to be the biggest thing as the team tries to 3P? What do you think is going to be the biggest key to getting to that feat?
Well, you know, there's always a target on our back, you know, that comes with winning. And so, you know, just going back to back, it's like, it's hard to, you know, 3P. It's hard to, you know, even go back to back. And so just being able to, you know, just focus on ourselves, I think is the biggest thing, and just come in ready to work hard every day, focus on Aces basketball and kind of doing what we do. And so just trying to come in each game and put together a full 40 minutes.
Rafiq?
This is Rafiq with nothing but that sports talk. I mean, like how, like as you reflect on your career, like what are some of like the pros and cons of actually playing the WNBA now that you're about like 5 or 6 years in with 2 championships?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is, you know, the best league that you can play in. This is what you work for your whole life. And so to be here is a dream come true for me, you know, and so I just try to come in and work hard every day. It's so hard to be in this league, to stay in this league. And so I just try to, you know, work on my game every day and just come back a better player than I was the year before.
Nikias?
Hi, Jackie. Hope you're doing well. Last year, Becky talked a lot about your playmaking and your growth there. What have the conversations been like with Becky heading into the year? Felt like you played a lot of backup point guard as well when they staggered those lineups. Has she give you any directive of how much more or less you're going to be doing that this year?
You know, I'm not exactly sure. I think my role is to, you know, just come in and do whatever I can to help the team win, you know, and so if that's what's needed, I'll obviously step up and do that. But yeah, we always have a talk before the season starts. We talked the other day actually, and so yeah, I mean, she always has high expectations for me. She makes these little cards each year, and it kind of has her expectations for the year, and so we haven't gotten those yet. But yeah, looking forward to that.
Thank you.
Hey, Jack, this is Blake Spadar from Blake's Take. The team has had a bunch of new additions, and y'all are known for having great chemistry and a great bond. How are the new additions adjusting to the team and to the environment?
They've been great. They're fitting right in. They came in, just ready to work. And they're asking a lot of questions. They've been able to pick up on things pretty fast, and so I think it's just, building off of each day and just trying to be better each day and just continuing to, learn the way that we play and asking questions.
Christos?
Hey, Jackie, hope you're doing well. Looking at the roster, the core that you have, and the level of competition in the league, what gives you confidence that you can make three-peat this season?
I think the goal, for Aces basketball is always to win a championship. I think that's just the standard here. And so just coming in ready to work. I think, whenever training camp started, everybody came in, just with a mindset that they were, ready to work. Everybody's excited to be back and everybody's been working really hard. So I think just putting in that work every day and building off of each practice and just continuing to build that chemistry.
Sean?
Hi, Jackie. We hear rightfully so a lot about the team chemistry and how the players get along, but how important is it for you guys to have great chemistry with like the staff, the assistant coaches, some of the front office people, the workers at the practice facility, and how does that contribute to your success as a team?
Yeah, I think it's extremely important. It kind of starts there, in the front office and with the coaches, they're building the teams and so building the team. And so just having a great relationship with them and building that chemistry with them, we see them every day, and so we all have great relationships with the coaches. We spend a lot of time with them. And so, yeah, I think it's important that we all have that chemistry. Whether it's just the relationship you have with certain coaches, like your position coach or whatever it might be, but just really, spend a lot of time together on the court and just really locking in and trying to get better.
Perfect. Thank you.
Nikias?
Just another quick one from me. Is all defense a goal for you this year?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's always a goal, It's my job to guard the best offensive player if they're a guard on the other team, and so I take a lot of pride in that and getting stops and trying to make it hard for them each night, and so I just try to do whatever I can to help the team win. And so yeah, playing good defense is one of those things.
Yeah, thank you.
Last one, Jackie. This is the first full off season. We've had access to the practice facility at Aces headquarters. What's it meant to have access to that throughout the entire off season, and how's that helped you get ready for the year? Yeah, it's been great being able to have a practice facility, just being able to come in really whenever you want to, just get a lot of shots up. We have access to, a lot of recovery tools, and our trainers are great. And so being able to have a practice facility has been huge, not have to share a gym with somebody else and just knowing that we have the court pretty much anytime we need it. Thanks a lot, Jackie. We'll let you go. And I believe Sydney Colson is waiting in the hallway. Yes, good day.
Gorgeous on that.
Thank you.
Okay. Gracias. Thank you much. Thank you.
Look at the carb load.
Oh, are you sponsoring Lay's today?
Carb load, I suppose the college student there.
Yeah. All right, bye.
I'll do good. You trash anyone? Katie, what's up?
What's
Can you
that,
go this
Sid?
way? I hate to litter.
I hate to make you untuck your jersey, but can you put that on the number?
Yeah.
And get thank you.
She's a television pro.
I know, Shannon.
Yeah, right. How are you?
Good, good.
Everybody love the dog.
Sid, I'm so excited about it.
You
But
should
I'm
be.
more
Y'all did a
excited about your
fantastic
future
job.
that's coming up.
We get a break during any of these things, we'll put Katie Morgan. in front.
No,
Katie
no,
Morgan,
don't want to.
director of the
Don't want to.
Aces documentary. If you haven't seen it already, Aces versus Everybody is on the Aces YouTube channel. Somebody knows a little something about television.
This
Sydney
ain't one.
Olson is joining us. Sydney, we're gonna start with Jordan
Michael?
Grice.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Sydney. How you
Hi.
doing today?
Yeah, how are you?
I'm all right. So I just want to talk about, the upcoming season. You played a key role on the defensive side in the finals of Game 4. So what are you most looking forward to this upcoming season?
Just us getting better during camp right now. Finding a way to gel or to continue to gel, but adding in new pieces and just making sure that we're not complacent is really what the coaches are on us about. So just to make sure that we have like the same fire to start. I think that's my final answer. Looking forward to us starting the way we finish.
You also made every shot you took in Game 4, so you were key on the offensive end as well.
Yeah, 1-for-1, baby.
One, that's right. Matthew.
Hey Sid, I hope you had a nice off season. I wanted to ask, so many of your other guard teammates talk about the teaching you do and the things you do from the bench that help them. And I'm wondering, going into camp this year, how much are you trying to do that, not just for your veteran returning guards, but for the incoming guards? And does this sort of foreshadow a future coaching career for you, maybe when you're finally done playing?
Maybe so. I coached in college at Rice University some years ago when I was playing in San Antonio. But I don't know when I'll want to go back to that. Obviously, I want to act and stuff, but I did love coaching. And for this team in particular, like I honestly, it doesn't matter who it is, whether it's a vet, a young person. Like I just try to give whatever tips or like insight that I can give, and a lot of times it's from like a defensive angle because that's really what drives me playing. Like that's where I really lock in and want to focus. And so I don't try to share information just based on who it is. Like I want the young ones to come in, be sponges and learn a lot. That's what I did when I came in the league and had good vets to teach me. So yeah, I just try to be that person for everyone, because you can be out there playing and you feel a certain thing, but you don't know what something looks like. Like you hearing from somebody with a different vantage point can sometimes be helpful. And I know that as a player too, being out there on the court. It could be somebody who's playing a lot or playing a little, but they could see something that ultimately ends up helping me.
Rafi.
This is Rafiq with Nothing But That Sports Talk. Yeah, you already have like 2 WNBA championships in your pocket after the first few years of your WNBA career. Like, what did you talk about? Why don't you talk about like the whole motivation to continue racking up as many victories as you can, not just the championships, but like in the WNBA as a whole?
Yeah, I mean, just being a part of this organization has become like a standard. Like you expect to win, you expect to you expect to go out there and do the things that should result in a win. That's the big thing with our team. It's not always about the outcome or the result. It's about, are you doing what we're supposed to be doing, and like proving that our identity is how we're going to play all the time. And typically, if we do those things, well, then we come out with the win. But yeah, I mean, it's been cool to be in the league for this long and to get 2 championships with this team. And obviously, like that's our goal, to continue winning, but obviously to get better in the process.
Blake.
Hey, Sydney, this is Blake Spadar from Blake's Take. The team has a chance to win 3 straight championships in a row. That hasn't happened in 25 years. What do you think needs to happen in order for y'all to, like, what steps do y'all think y'all need to take in order to accomplish that feat?
I think a little bit of what I was just saying was that whatever our process is, that's what we need to do every practice, every day, every game. And when you're process driven, I'm sure like y'all can relate to that in your own life. Like everything might not always
turn out the way that you want to, but usually if you are consistent enough and you build up the habits enough, then good things typically happen in the end at some point. It may not be in the timing that you're expecting, but yeah, that's our focus, to be who we are through and through all the time, and we live with the results.
Sean?
I said, Sean Schultz, WNBA Swish. How you
Hi.
doing?
Good, how are you?
So far, so good. You had the Aces versus everyone yesterday, the Sid and the TP show. Awesome. Should have won an Emmy. Any other projects down the line we can expect to see soon?
Yeah. Me and TP we're gonna have a podcast soon. You'll see some of our Aces coaches and teammates on there, but we're also waiting for news on season 2. So keep your fingers crossed for us. Throw up a prayer.
They have to. It's a must.
Thank you.
Andy?
Thanks so much. Hey, Sid, Andy Lipton with, how you doing? With Room Hoop
Yeah.
School and leading the break. I actually remember when you were playing for the Liberty years ago.
Yeah.
So take me back, the last game when you guys won the championship, last 8 seconds, Liberty have a chance to win the game, take it back to Vegas. You're on the court guarding Ionescu. Take us into the huddle. What did Coach Hammond say? Did you guys anticipate the play that they wound up running?
No, we didn't anticipate it. We were just talking about like defensively, what we were gonna be doing. But honestly, everybody, when we went out there, we just made reads based on what was happening. I told Leash and I were having a conversation before we went back out there, and we were just talking about like what we were gonna do individually, just like based on how we had been guarding things. If it was Sabrina and Stewie involved in a screen at some point, what we would do. But I pressured the ball, tried to time it to get a tip. Leash pushed Stewie out far enough. She kind of bobbled the catch. Once she was driving to the paint, we all know like she likes going left to pull up. Jackie, very heads up play to just run and go double, even though that wasn't what we were gonna do. But it's like at a time like that, you make a play and you just decide in that moment, like it's not letting Stewie get the last shot, essentially. So she went to double, Kelsey rotated, Jackie flew to the corner to contest the shot. And it was really just like, yeah, I think just to show like we're a super talented offensive team, but like we have some really like heady defenders and people who just go make plays in the right moments. And so I think that play was super indicative of that.
Yeah, I mean, Alicia played great D. Jackie play was awesome. Kelsey coming up. I thought Benijah could have taken that shot. And then the rest is history.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this on that play. One other thing on that play. At the beginning of the play, Laney sets a screen on Kelsey. Vandersloot looks like she may have had some clearing, but it looks like the ball was never going to go to her. Could you see that from your angle?
I think I wasn't even like I was just focused on trying to like take an angle to hit the ball. I figured they would be trying to get something to Stewie going toward the basket or something for somebody going toward the basket. So I just tried to change my angle to tip it. I didn't see the screen happening though. I was just on the ball looking. But like obviously I saw the clip of the play, but in that moment I didn't know what was going on behind me.
Brad?
Yes, hi, Sid. It's Bradley from WBB Nation, WNBA Swish. Can you speak of Daisha and Kate and all the others? What's impressed you about them so far in training camp, and if you're giving them any Sid advice?
Yeah, always. Like I said before, I'm always trying to give new players advice, things that'll hopefully help them in their career, whether I'm here to play with them, whether they're here to play with me. Like just these are things that you should know as a professional basketball player and just as a professional on and off the court. So yeah, definitely try to impart wisdom to them, but it's been great to have this class of rookies and newbies. Like they've come in very hungry and eager to learn, to compete. we got Fair is super talented offensively. Like she was shooting it really well in practice the other day. Kate, very aggressive defensively and attacking the basket. Like you could just see that they want to compete. And yeah, pretty much everybody that we've had in camp, they're all when we're playing against the starters, whatever it is, like they want to win. So you like having players come in and not being fearful, not afraid to rough it up a little bit with the starters. Like you need new players to have that sort of attitude. So hopefully they continue to carry that with them.
All right, last two questions, Jeff.
Yeah, so talk about how much fun you had doing the Deloitte commercials and the growth of more WNBA players like being featured in commercials and how that can help the W grow.
Yeah, it was really cool. I mean, we got TP and I were able to do those Deloitte commercials. I think it was really like because of our show and how it did and the partnership with the W. But it was really cool for us. That was the first commercial that we both been in. So being on set was really cool. But I think that it's been really nice for me to see, like over the course of my decade plus being a pro, like how far we've come with seeing W players in commercials, in pop culture moments. And hopefully this is a wave that, we continue to ride. Obviously we see the CarMaxes, the State Farms, the Deloitte, and hopefully that keeps improving and those opportunities become more and more.
Thank you.
And Jennifer AZ's Perk Plus commercial.
No.
Jennifer's in a
Really?
commercial. Pull that one up on the YouTube.
Yeah, you gotta show me. You gotta show me that.
Last question from the Caius.
Hi, Sid. Glad you're doing
Hi.
well. I wanted to ask you about your defense because the common refrain is that defense is a lot of effort or mostly effort. But it feels like even at this stage of your career, you're one of the better screen navigators in the sport. So what goes into navigating screens as well as you do? Is it just effort or something more tactical that people are missing?
Yeah, I mean, I hear people say that a lot, and I feel like people kind of they kind of like undervalue what it takes to be a good defender. Like I've seen a lot of people have effort before, and it does not compute. So I'm like, I think there's a skill attached to defense, just like there is attached to offense. And I know like me and Alicia, like we talked so much last season, like watched a lot of film together. And, it's like you're studying people's tendencies, you're taking angles. For me with screens, like I'm quick. And so I'm trying to just not get hit to begin with. And when I've seen some players and I kind of know moves that they do, I can anticipate like, all right, if I jump right here, you're maybe not necessarily doing a move to get by me fast enough to go the other direction. So yeah, I think there is like more skill attached to it than probably people give credit for, but you do need the effort in addition to that.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Sydney. We will let you go.
Thank y'all. Have a good one.
Remember, you got the mic on.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take it. I heard these were expensive, so I'm gonna sell it. If that's cool with y'all. Yeah. Jimmy's like, it's not mine. Yeah. I could give it down.
Thank you, Sid.
Thank y'all. I'll see you later.
See you later.
Y'all gotta be here till late too?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Good, it's only fair.
are live.
Sorry, guys, just these little curls right here, just. They're not cooperating today. It's okay.
All right, we have Kelsey Plum with us. Let's get started with Christos.
Hey, Kelsey, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you very much. How
Uh-oh.
Christos, I think we lost you.
the training camp and the level of competitive work that you do as a team and that you build?
Christos, gonna have to start over. It lagged a little bit.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, Kelsey, what makes you confident that this season you can make the three-peat? Looking at the roster, the level of competition in the league, and the work and the chemistry that you have as a team so far in the training camp.
It's okay, I got it. I think I got it. Hi, Christos. We're back. No, I mean to be honest, I just take it a day at a time. Can't win a championship tomorrow. But just can kind of win it in your habits on a day-to-day basis. And so if anything, I just have a confidence in my teammates, my coaching staff, and then also myself, just about the way that we prepare and the way that we get ready for each day, each practice, each game. So yeah, I mean, I'm really not like getting too far ahead of myself.
Matthew?
I hope you had a nice off season. I wanted to ask you how you felt like dog class number 2 went and how you see that growing over the next couple of years, and something obviously I think you probably would want to say you want to continue as the years go on.
Dog class was unbelievable. Just the group of women that we had were just joys. I mean, from top to bottom, every single one of those human beings were just a light, and we had so much fun. Like if you could have had an inside access camera to just the laughter and just the jokes and the dancing, to me it was like why you play the game. You play the game not just because you love the game too, but the community and the people that you play with. And so I honestly think I probably got more out of it than they did. And I just thought it was a great weekend going into WNBA training camp.
Rafiq?
This is Rafiq with Nothing But That Sports Talk. How you doing today, Kelsey?
Good, thank you.
Yeah, as you work through the WNBA training camp, like why don't you talk about as far as developing chemistry with all the newcomers from the WNBA free agency and the drafted players like Kate Martin?
Oh man, just a great group that we have. I think I want to start with Megan. I think Megan Gustin has brought us just a different level of just the way she plays, and then also her skill set inside out. She picks up things really fast. She's a great teammate. I think she's going to help us tremendously. So I hope you guys talk about that a lot. I also think too, my teammates in the off season really went at it, like in terms of getting better and trying to grow their games and be in shape. One thing that this group does is come back in shape. And so I appreciate that, true professionals. But the rookies, I'm excited. Kate Martin is awesome. Kate Martin picks up things so quickly. She's an amazing sponge. And I think Becky nicknamed her Kate Money Martin. So I think that's going to stick because she really is. And when I say money, it's not just about like scoring and stuff. She's just in the right place in the right time, and she just makes people better. And that's what Becky values. That's what our coaching staff values. And that's why she's gonna be a great asset to our team.
KP, you mentioned people coming back stronger. Obviously, this is the first full off season we've had access to the practice facility at Aces headquarters. Can you just speak a little bit to what it means to you, what it meant to you this off season to be able to come into the practice facility every day?
Just a gift. I mean, I've never been able to walk into the same gym like the same exact time and then lift and not have to like schedule and call people and bribe people with donuts, and because I've literally had to do that my entire life. Is like, I will bring you maple donuts and new shoes if you can get the gym for me from this time to this time. And that's just not a thing right now. And I'm just grateful. I'm grateful just to be able to show up and do my job and do what I love. So me, Jackie Young and I spent a lot of time in there. I think Becky and the coaching staff were probably sick because they didn't go on vacation. But they love us and they'll be all right. But I think it was just a great off season to be able to build and to be home.
To be clear, if you want to still bribe us with donuts, feel free.
I will bring you donuts if I don't have to do another Zoom the rest of the season.
Let me talk a little bit. Jordan.
Hey Kelsey, how you doing today?
Good, how are you?
I'm all right. So I want to talk about Deasia Fair because like you back in college, she was a dynamic scorer. So have you two just had any conversations about her growth and what she could bring to this team as she takes that next step in her career?
Yeah, Deasia has shot I'm not going to say that word, the shoot out of the ball at camp. She really is a true scorer. She can score on all three levels. She has deep range. And I think for her, we just talked about, defensively. I know for me, I came into the league and I struggled defensively because in college, I just don't think that that was really my role. That's what I was asked to do. And so being a pro, especially playing for Becky, there is no option to play defense. The level of intensity you have on offense has to carry over defensively. So I think that she's just, learning to figure out to pick up things quick, and it happens quick. It's a quick transition. There's only maybe 2 weeks before we're playing games. So she's a competitor though, and I know that, she wants this.
Cassandra?
Hey, Kelsey, you had mentioned that you think you got more out of the dog class than the players did. I know you'd mentioned just laughter and stuff like that, but is there anything else you took away from being around them that maybe rejuvenated you or has you ready to go in training camp?
I would say their joy for one another. I would also say too, their just willingness to learn. And it's just a really good reminder that it doesn't matter how long you're doing something. It doesn't matter your circumstances in life. When you come and you show up for other people, and you choose that level of joy, that's what they did. And that's why it was such, I wish you guys could have been there because it was so impactful. And I think you could even see on social media, just the interactions, those are all genuine. Those are all just candid photos, laughing. No one's telling anyone to do anything. But that was the energy that was there. And, I look back on my time and I'm like, dang, I want to be remembered like that. That's how I want to be remembered. The basketball stuff takes care of itself, but the human being. And I just think that the testament to all those women that were there, that's what I took away.
Just another quick one about the dog class. You've been very open about just the mental jump it takes to go to the pros, especially the first few years. What did you really want to impart on those players about that aspect of it?
I wanted to give them confidence. I wanted to give them confidence because I think a lot of times when you're young, and you go into a situation you've never been there or you don't know people, it can kind of take away from your confidence, right? Just even subconsciously. And I just reminded them, hey, listen, you guys are great basketball players. This is what I would have wish I would have known. For example, strength and conditioning, right? Is a massive element of allowing pros to play at a consistent high level all the time. And I wish I would have been like, dang, so you're saying, but before you get on court, you do this. And after you get off court, you do this for conditioning. And that's how you're allowed to sustain your level of play. Exactly. Or I helped him link up with my guy. His name is David Elaney, and he's the mental performance coach. And a lot of things as a pro, in college, it's a little bit different, but as a pro, and even them with NIL, they are kind of pros in their own way. And so there's a lot of distractions. There's a lot of pulls on their lives. And so being able to allow them to be present and just do what they love to do is super important. But a lot of times you have to train that. You have to train that level of presence to be able to not get in the way of things that are going outside. And so we talked a lot about that. And it was really cool to see them be one-on-one with David and get his number and be able to throughout camp, hey, this is bothering me, or this is something that I deal with on a daily basis, whether that's my family or my friends or my relationships or whatever. And so seeing their growth jump in a couple of days was just, to see that for them and to see the way that it's going to continue to impact them. That's why I try to do what I do.
Awesome. Thanks, Kelsey.
Last 2 questions, Matthew.
Hey, Kelsey, you talked about how much time you spent in the gym this summer with Jackie and stealing Becky and the staff's vacation time. And I was wondering, what are the things that you worked on when you were in the gym and the things you wanted to get better at this off season?
Yeah, hopefully you'll see it on the court.
No secrets. And Matthias, you disappeared, so let's close it out with Sean.
Hi, Kelsey. Sean Schultz, WNBA Swish. You talked a lot about the dog class. With Kate Martin specifically, how important was it having that time with her at dog class and how you've been helping her acclimate at training camp?
I mean, I'm just really grateful that a spot opened up, and so Kate got to come. Because I think that she's just a tremendous competitor, but she's someone that wants to get better and grow. And so Kate's one of those players that is going to be as good as Kate wants to be because of she has that hunger, but she also has that attention to detail. That outlasts talent any day of the week. And so I think for me, I feel very similar to Kate in that way. And so I was just sharing like, yo, like, you're great. Don't worry, you're doing great. You're going to be great. Because I think sometimes like you need to hear from someone that's been through it that you're doing the right thing. Like it's going. I remember when I was in the league at the beginning, Diana and Sue definitely were just like, Plummy, you're good. You're good. It's okay. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. And so like it matters. It matters to hear that from people. And so I'm not doing anything special than just reminding Kate who she is.
Thanks a
Excellent.
lot.
Thank you.
Thanks. Why would I give a scouting report on my own on my own game? Why would I do that?
Yes.
The mic is hot. The block is hot.
We've had 2 curse words so far today. Can you guess who said them?
Asia.
No, we have not had AG yet.
Sydney.
No, surprisingly.
I don't know who's come yet. How many people have you seen?
So we've seen Young, Stokes, Bell, Gustafson, Martin, Clark, Colson, Plum.
Plum.
No, she almost did it. Very, very.
Oh, I'm guessing terribly. Clark.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Young made her go up for getting out of its diaper. So,
Mhm.
and then Kia was the first one.
Kia.
He
always curses. I am appalled, Kia.
All right, Matthew, tip us off.
Hi, Chelsea. I hope you had a nice off season. I wanted to ask, obviously, coming off of your foot injury, how this off season was maybe different than anyone you've had before, and if you could have taken some of what you learned that rookie year when you didn't get to play and had to sit on the sideline and sort of help you deal with this injury and your recovery this off season.
All season had a bunch of different things, right? My son was born, and so I was excited for that all season. But at the same time, I was rehabbing my foot, and it gave me a chance to kind of slow down and take time for myself and my family and just enjoy that. And so that's what it kind of looks like for me, not rushing, not really having a timeline to get back.
Speaking of your rehab, first off season, we've had access to the practice facility.
Yeah, man, having a practice facility is huge. Like before, we were like everybody's on their own, kind of hiring trainers outside of your like organization because people live in different areas. So I live here in Vegas because we have access to a practice facility, and so a lot of people that were here in town, we were able to kind of still create and just expound on our chemistry, playing and being around Key and Jackie and KP being in town a lot. It was pretty cool to be able to go compete and like play 3-on-3 against each other and just have fun doing that.
All right, let's go to Jordan.
Jordan.
There we go.
Can you hear me?
Gotcha now.
Can y'all hear me? Okay. Congrats on your baby, Chelsea. So I
Thank
want
you.
to talk about your relationship with Candace Parker. You guys have won 3 championships together, and now she's retired. So just briefly speak on your relationship with her.
Yeah, so we won our first together, and then we went apart for our second, and then came back together last year for our third. And so we both do have 3. But my first year in LA, she helped me to become like a professional and what it meant to grow and to be better and learn. Just be a sponge as a young player, second year in the league. I just didn't know my left and right foot. So just trying to understand that. And then little tidbits and things. And now fast forward, I'm going into my 10th season, but things that I could help the rookies do and help them grow is important as well. So it's been pretty cool, like a different dynamic. And she's been a part of that. I don't know a WNBA league without Candace Parker. And so it'll be very different basketball wise. She's still one of my closest friends. And so that won't change. I probably still call her and complain about stuff after games. So
Rafi.
This is Rafi with nothing but that sports. So to piggyback off the question about the championship rings you won with and without Candace Parker, I mean, why don't you talk about like the whole motivation to like keep on winning than just the championship wins?
I have 3 and I'm never satisfied. I want to get more, hungry for more. I have a lot more in the tank to get more. And so that's really my focus.
Nikias?
Nikias.
What's up? Good to see you again. Pleasant surprise watching Kings games on Link Pass to hear you on the call.
That's me.
What is the preparation like when you're hopping on like the Kings broadcast or when you're doing things for Duke, and how does that kind of differ from game prep?
You look at stats a lot more. You look at history and play and things that you can talk about and kind of connect the dots a little bit more. You kind of look at relationships between the player coach sometimes. And that's what you kind of get ready for. And that's kind of been my mentality are little minute things that I probably wouldn't pay attention to as a player. You have to talk about them. And sometimes that's what the media and what fans want to see and talk about and hear.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Blake?
Hey, Chelsea, this is Blake Spadar from Blake's Take. What was your reaction when one of your closest friends, Candace Parker, retired? And in the new players on the team, have you given players like Deja Fair and Kate Martin any special advice going into their first season?
Yeah, so one, it's always a surprise or like shock, like, okay, this is really happening that one of the best players of all time is retiring, let alone one of my best friends that I'm not gonna be able to compete on the court with anymore. So that was kind of a like shocker to like basketball in the WNBA world. A little bit of sadness and happiness, because it's sadness that, oh man, you're not gonna be able to see her play anymore, but happiness of what she's been able to accomplish in her career and kind of change basketball, help change that on the men's and women's side. And so it's a happiness and a joyful time for her as well. It's going to be difficult, right? You've been playing basketball for so much of your life. We just compete at a high level and want to sustain that for a long period of time. She's been able to do that. And so it will look a little different for her. I'm excited for her next chapter and journey. And then to your second part of your question with Fair and Martin, I just say, like, come out and compete, man. You never take an opportunity for granted. Whether you make this team or not, it's about competing. And so what you do in this camp matters for in the future. And so I just always be blessed to be here, be a sponge, but compete hard as heck.
Sean?
Hey, Chelsea, kind of a on the court, off the court question. How has motherhood changed you? Maybe it's an approach, just an outlook on things. How has it changed you, and how's the baby doing?
Baby is good and healthy, cries, poops, and eats. That is all that he's about right now. He's giving some laughs and everything now. He's getting older, so it's pretty cool. But man, it's not made me softer, but it's like if you have a bad day at work, you come home and you see this little baby, and just like they don't have any care in the world of just like, hi, talk to me, happy to see me, rock me, put me to sleep. So it's kind of like very lighthearted once I get home.
All right,
Awesome.
Brad?
Yes, hi Chelsea. How are you? Brad Lake, WBB Nation, WNBA Swish. Our Olympic team is chasing its 8th straight gold in Paris, and after winning the gold in Tokyo, can you speak to the excitement that yourself and other Aces players are represented on the training camp roster, and just about all that pride?
Yeah, if we're blessed enough to go over there in Paris, it'll be pretty cool. You know, Tokyo was a little bit different because it was during COVID, and so there weren't any fans. People's families weren't able to attend, and so to be able to do that in Paris, and my family will be there, to be able to have my son there, and he's not going to remember a single thing. He's just going to be, his sleep schedule is going to be all messed up. So it'll be pretty cool. That like pictures and like later down life we can show him like, look, you were here with mommy, you know. So that's a pretty cool thing to do, and experience that with my parents and my wife. She's been great, and she's been with me my whole career, and so to be able to have her there, that's awesome. And she's been talking about that for the longest, to be able to be there for the Olympics. So it will be exciting, man, and to do it with other players that I love and cherish and love competing with is awesome.
Matthew?
Hey, Chelsea, to follow up on Nikias' question, obviously you've been on ACC Network now. You got to do the Kings games this year. I wanted to know what you enjoyed most about doing the Kings games, and then if that's something you could see down the line when you're done playing that you want to do as a career to follow playing basketball.
Yeah, I definitely can see that being a career later after I'm done. I enjoyed like just talking NBA basketball. I haven't done that before, and just tackling new territory. It was uncomfortable at first because it's just like it's something new. So I like doing different things that I just don't know if I'm going to like or I'm going to enjoy it. And so talking Kings basketball, actually attending games and seeing little things that I wouldn't see as a casual fan is pretty cool kind of perspective. So I enjoy doing that and going back, and every time I would go back, my older brother still lives there. So being able to see him every time that I would travel there was pretty cool as well.
Nikias, you got a quick follow-up?
Just a quick one, unrelated. Congratulations on the extension.
Thank you.
To know what went into signing that now.
What went into it, man, just trying to change, just trying to chase history and be legendary, man. In it for the history books, and to do it with people that I love and love competing with is awesome. And the organization from top to bottom understands what it's like to want to win, and that is the standard. So why wouldn't I want to be a part of something like that? And Vegas has become home for me and my family, so of course it made sense.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Chelsea. We will let you go.
Eat and go to your next level. Or whatever. Thank you.
I get to go eat something. Yeah, I was about to fall over.
Thanks, Chelsea.
Hey, Asia, how are you?
Doing well. How about yourself?
I'm fine, thank you very much. Asia, what's your thoughts going to this season after back-to-back championship last season, and how how more demanding is to make a three-peat next season from your perspective?
I think going into this next season, honestly, is gonna, and I always had this goal for myself, is be better than I was last year. No one's perfect. There's still a lot of things that we need to learn, need to do better as a team, and that's what we're gonna start putting forward. I think this offseason was a great offseason for a lot of us, but I think our chip on our shoulder is still there. We still have something to defend, and I don't think it's necessarily like, oh my gosh, we gotta go get this three-peat, but more so just going to get another one, making sure that we are performing at a great level at the right time and staying healthy through that all. So right now, I think that's our mindset, and it's going to continue to be our mindset throughout the season.
Hey, just speaking of the off season, this is the first full off season we've had access to the practice facility at Aces headquarters. Just what did it mean to you when you were in town to be able to pop in and use that whenever you needed to?
It's a blessing, honestly. It's something that a lot of teams need to have because it's a big difference, and you feel the difference when you have a place to call home where you don't have to move anything. You can just go in at any time, bring a coach, bring your trainer, and get the work in and put the work in. And I think I love those perks and anything that I could think of, from weightlifting to basketball on court. We had that, so I'm super blessed and lucky at the fact that we have one that we can utilize 24/7.
Matthew?
Hey Asia, I hope you had a nice off season. I wanted to ask you why now was the right time for you to write Dear Black Girls, and what you enjoyed most about the process of writing your book.
Yeah, I feel like just the timing was just the way the publish just kind of went into the flow of what I wanted to write. But it was something that was truly near and dear to my heart, and a side that a lot of people probably didn't know about and a lot of people weren't really expecting. So I think at this point in my career, it's okay to kind of be vulnerable in a sense. I let people in, and it just so happened to fall in a time where it was really needed, not only for the audience, but for myself. Sometimes I need that little encouragement when things aren't going my way, or I just don't feel like being like Asia. So it was tons of fun to write. And I'm so glad that people are enjoying it as much as I did writing it. But it's a good read, and I'm not just saying that because it's my book. So if you ever get a chance to, please read it.
Nikias?
Hi, Asia. Good to see you again. We talked late last season. You kind of made the point that you didn't want to kind of rush into development with expanding your game.
Yeah.
So was this offseason more about refining skills, or did you want to try to actively add something to your game this offseason?
Oh, it was a mixture of both. I had some fun this offseason. I got my cardio obviously in great shape, but at the same time, I really kind of just dived into different bags. Do I use them this year? Only time will tell. But I definitely just kind of expanded my toolbox in different ways. And my trainer for Ray did an awesome job of implementing it, because I hate doing stuff that I'm never going to use. Like, it's so I don't need the Kyrie handle package. It's not needed. Like, that's his game, yes. And that's someone else's game, but that's not mine. But to implement different things that I can navigate the defense in small spaces, because obviously I think a lot of defense is going to be like take away the space, because when she plays in space, it's a different ball game. So just navigating that and something that's just adding that to my game, but yet fine tuning the MIDI and everything in between has been something that I've had a lot of fun working on this offseason. So we'll see. I might just look the same. Hopefully I don't look the same as last year. At least I'm a little bit in shape. But yeah, we'll see.
Appreciate it.
Mia can't hear you.
Hi, Asia. I hope all is well. In this upcoming draft, the Aces bolstered the paint a little bit. Obviously, Kitley won't be over to play, but you also picked up Angel Jackson. So for you, how has it been seeing her in training camp, and from vet to rookie? What advice have you given her so far this season, during training camp?
Yeah, it's been a ton of fun having her in camp. She's really been doing things at her pace, and that's what I love. I feel like that was me my rookie year. It was like I didn't really rush into a lot of different things. I just kind of she's a sponge. She really is. She's taking in the information and then implementing it into her game and not trying to change her game to act like that's what we get out of, like that's all we can get out of her. So I love seeing her growth just within these couple of days, and the way that she's obtaining information has been so much fun to watch. Because I don't think I really did that my rookie year, so that's a plus. But just coming from a vet to a rookie, I just make sure that she's doing the right things at the right time and understand that she's needed. And if she does it right, she's going to be used well on this team. And don't really, I know it's kind of, I can only imagine coming into camp of a team like us, let alone the championships that's coming behind it. But staying true to yourself and understanding like there's a reason why you're in this camp and executing that at all costs. It's been a lot of fun watching her kind of figure it out. So yeah, she's a sponge and we're glad to have her.
Quick follow-up to that. I see you're rocking the Storm silver hair today. So what was the inspiration behind that? And how long can we expect to see that silver this season?
I have no idea how long we're gonna see this silver. I'm not a wig girly. This is my first time trying to try out a wig. It's cute, it's giving, but I really just kind of came from the uniforms. I mean, we were rebranding, took the red out a little bit. Mark's like, go back silver and black, so why not silver and black? So I think that's pretty spot on with branding. But yeah, I just kind of have fun with media day. It's year 7 for me. Like I gotta just kind of do some things on these long behind days, but it's been fun. I like it so far.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Blake?
Hey Asia, how you doing? Blake Spadaro from Blake's Take. There's been a lot of chatter in the news about a lack of a shoe deal. Is that really on your mind, or are you just focused on the task at hand of winning a 3rd straight championship?
Yeah, that's really not on my mind. I feel like it's been on a lot of people's mind for a long, long time, and I appreciate everyone out there that is constantly giving the support. But right now, I got some shoes that I'm hooping in, which is the LeBron 21s, and I'm gonna take those on with my team any day right now, and we're gonna go have fun out there. But right now, I can't even focus on that. It's not even about that. It's bigger than that, and that's honestly my team, and I'm gonna be around for them no matter what.
Thank you.
Jordan?
Hey Asia, this is Jordan from Television Sports. How you doing today?
Doing well. How about yourself?
I'm all right. First, I just want to say I love the hair color. You were rocking that.
Thank you.
Secondly, you've had an eventful offseason from the Super Bowl to the book tour to being on the 100 most influential players or people. So just talk, what was your favorite moment from the offseason?
Has to be my book tour. I had a lot of fun. Like I never imagined being on that long because it's hard to be on for that long. But I had a ton of great people around me that made sure that the looks were good. We were ready to be on when it's time. And I just had a lot of fun diving into that audience. I feel like a lot of people, they knew me as the basketball player, but then also were just like, no, it was a good book. And that's what I love most is like not just being identified as just an athlete or a basketball player, but as a New York Times bestselling author, as someone that has been seen and people can hear and be like, no, she's real, she's human. So my book tour had to be a lot of fun, and I drugged my parents every step of the way. So I was glad to like kind of see they get to see their baby girl kind of shine in another limelight. So that had to be the highlight of my off season.
We got time for 2 more. Let's go with Sean.
Hi Asia, how are you?
Doing well.
Basically, with the addition of Megan Gustafson, I just wanted to get your opinion on her game and just as a post player, how you've enjoyed working with her so far.
Yeah, I hated playing against Megan, so I'm so glad she's on my team now because I could not stand playing against her because Megan is a great post player that does not stop moving, but her versatility is like you got to respect it at some point because she's going to knock down open shots. So I'm glad that she's in our locker room this go around. And just her, I mean, she doesn't move. Like her motor does not stop, which encourages me because I'm like, oh my God, I got to keep up with Megan. So no, it's been tons of fun just kind of adapting and adjusting to her and also her doing the same to my game. So I am excited for the season to start just to see her in the mix of things within our system. But yeah, I'm so glad I don't have to guard her because I would be exhausted.
Excellent. Thank you. Good luck.
Brandon, go ahead and close us out.
Hey Asia, how you doing? This is Brandon with New Stitch Media.
Hey Brandon, what's up?
All right. I noticed, it's a lot of talk about the three-peat, but I also noticed that you're possibly could win your 3rd WNBA MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. Is that a goal for yourself this season?
It's too early to tell. I gotta see what I'm looking like out here. We gotta measure myself up against the competition because the league just only gets better every single year. This isn't the same league as it was my rookie year. So In due time, I'll probably have an answer for you, but right now, I just need to get out there on the court. I've been bored all off season, no 5-on-5. So now it's time to get rocking and rolling. I appreciate everybody.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry, I forgot the mic.
And we'll be back with either Angel, Miss Jackson.
Thank you, ma'am.
Daniel, depending on who was winning the arm wrestling contest. Outside. Good luck in there.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. There you have it, Jackson. And then have a seat. Come on, let's under your jersey for me. Thank you.
All right, we are joined by Angel Jackson. And Angel, why don't we just start off with what's your first WNBA training camp been like going up and competing with the world champs?
It's been amazing. Just get this opportunity to showcase my talents and learning from some of the best in the league. It's just been a heartwarming moment, and it just feels amazing.
Jordan?
Hey Angel, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm all right. So I guess just talk about, getting to know some of the players. Like, what is it like getting to know some of the other players, along with the younger girls that are coming in as well?
It's amazing. They're a great group of girls. So they were very welcoming when we first got here, just letting us know that everything's gonna be all right, giving us the ins and outs of everything. So it's amazing just learning from some people like this.
All right, let's go with Blake.
Hey Angel, how are you? Blake Spadaro from Blake's Take. What advice has Asia Wilson or Becky Hammond given you since you've been on the team?
Asia, she kind of, when I first got here, she just gave me the rundown, just tell me like just to calm down, just be in the moment, and just let your game speak for itself. Becky has done an amazing job just getting all the rookies on one page, just letting us compete, showcasing our talents, and just being there for us.
Mia?
Hi, Angel. I hope all is well with you. You're one of the only players in this draft class to transition from an HBCU to the WNBA. In what ways do you feel like, your time at Jackson State prepared you for this training camp?
I think just coming from a program like Jackson State, I feel like the swag is very much underrated. We very physical and we come out every single day just with a relentless attitude. Jackson State really just prepared me to have a great mindset on and off the court and just being prepared for anything that's thrown at you.
Quick follow-up, and you're on the team defending two-time champs. What are some of the lessons you've learned being in the training camp, and how have the players kind of propel you to play your best game?
I learned how to just be level-headed and just take it all in, just being able to get as much knowledge as I can right now as my rookie season. Just having just a relentless attitude, coming in every day, working hard, and just giving the best I can every single day.
Angel, how's your Greek?
Hmm?
Do you speak Greek?
No.
Okay, Christos, Christos is joining us from Greece.
Okay.
Hello, Angel. Hope you're doing well. Being part of the championship caliber group, the back-to-back champs, the Aces, and having the opportunity to compete for a championship in your rookie season, what does it mean to you?
It means everything. Just coming, just knowing that there's still room to improve, just knowing that they are the two-time back-to-back champions. So you have to just work a little bit harder every single day, just with that target on your back, coming in and just trying to be the best you could be.
Okay, and we will close it out with Brad.
Hi, Angel. How are you? It's Brad Lake, WBB Nation, WNBA Swish. Going back to your time at Jackson State, can you speak of the influence head coach Reed had on you and how she I'm sorry, and how she motivated you.
Coach Reed was amazing. When I first was in the portal, she kind of just came to me, just letting me know that she seen so much in me that I didn't see in myself at the time. And she kind of just took me under her wing and just told me that she believed in me, and that's the biggest thing that came. Just finding a new home. That's someone that believed in me, that seen an opportunity that I didn't see. So she did a great job just instilling so many great attributes into myself and just allowing me to be the person I could be at Jackson State.
Thanks a lot, Angel.
Yeah.
Coming in, don't forget your mic up.
Push it together and then you can.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you much, dear.
Thank you.
Have a good one. You too. Have you eaten?
Yes, yes.
All right, we are alive. All right, Ms. McDaniel joining us. Let's get started with, hands are going up. Mia, go ahead.
Hey, Kamaria, what up, though?
How you doing? What's up? What's up? Mia,
Perry.
me and Perry, we played AU together.
Did you really?
Yeah.
For several years and a little high school, so we're
Yeah.
familiar at this point.
How are you, man?
You see, I'm here interviewing now, so we both did pretty well for ourselves, I would say.
For sure. Proud of you.
Proud of you too. My question for you, how has the transition, going from overseas to playing in the WNBA training camp, how has that been for you?
You said from overseas?
Yeah, overseas to training camp.
It's helped a lot. In Turkey, it was a really physical game, and I think that prepared me for what I'm seeing in training camp now. Understanding the physicalities and the intricacies that go into, more the physical part of the game and thinking the game. In Turkey, there was a lot of adjustments that I had to make on the fly. So, kind of those two things, making adjustments on the fly, being competitive and physical, it kind of prepared me in that way.
Okay, quick follow-up. You're learning under some of the top vets in the league when it comes to learning under Chelsea Gray, Kelsey Plum. What have they been telling you? What advice have they given you for this part of your journey?
They've led by example as well as verbally, just anything that they see, they always point it out to me. I'm always asking them questions, picking their brains about what they see. And as we're playing, when I'm playing with them, they're always, letting me know what they see and what I could do better. So it hasn't been one thing specifically. They're just like constantly in my ear, letting me know what they see, and I appreciate it a lot.
Thank you. Good luck this season.
Thank you.
Matthew?
Hi, Kamaria. I wanted to ask you, what was that moment like for you when you got that call from the Aces that they wanted you to come to training camp, and what should fans know about what you bring to the team?
To be totally transparent with you, I cried. My story is not conventional in any way. I've been through a lot. I've questioned everything. I felt every emotion that you can feel with the game of basketball. And, hope to share my story one day. I just want fans to know that I'm a competitor. I want to win. I want to be as best as I can be. And I want to help to bring another championship to Las Vegas. That's the ultimate goal. I'm focused, I'm ready to work, and I'm excited. I just bring a lot of energy. I'm grateful to be here. And yeah.
Blake?
Hey, Kamaria. Coming from Michigan, one of the best schools in the Big Ten. How does it? I mean, how does it feel that you're part of one of the best environments and part of one of the best organizations in basketball?
It's a blessing. All I can say is I feel blessed. I know that God has a plan for me. And I wasn't expecting anything. I was just doing my due diligence every day, and I luckily got the call and got this opportunity, and I'm doing everything in my power to make the most of it. And yeah, I mean, just being in great environments, not just basketball wise, but in life, being around people who are successful at what they do can help you grow and progress as a person. And I'm looking to beyond basketball, learn, because the ball will stop bouncing eventually, and the things that you learn and the characteristics you see will help propel you in anything you do in life.
All right, two more before we bring the Maria Hartley. Brad?
Yes, hi, Maria. It's Brad Lake, WNBA, Swish, and WBB Nation. Can you speak to Becky and her coaching staff and how they've kind of welcomed you in? Have you spoken about parts your skill set that you have to, improve on?
First of all, I just want to say it's an honor working with them and seeing them every day, and being coached by them. They have the greatest basketball minds that I've ever been around. Coach Becky is truly a basketball purist. She's something that I haven't seen before, and it's been an honor and a blessing to be around them. The coaches are very supportive, very positive, but also straight to the point and let you know what they see. Just for me, it's about being consistent defensively and also offensively, finding my footing and picking my spots within the offense, which I feel like I'm learning, and will continue to progress on.
And we'll close things out with Christos, who comes to us from Greece.
Hey, Kamari, hope you're doing well. What does it mean for you to win a WNBA championship? Is this the ultimate goal for you?
Absolutely. Absolutely. To be a part of the best organization in the world, be with the best players in the world, best coaches in the world, best team in the world. Obviously, anything we do or pursue, we want to reach the highest levels, and that's definitely my ultimate goal, and I'm blessed to have an opportunity to pursue that.
Thank you very much. We will let you get to your next station. Right. All right, everybody, we're going to get started with Bria Hartley, and let's go, Matthew Waller.
Hi, Bria. I hope you had a nice off season. I wanted to ask, after not playing in the league last year, coming into camp with the Aces this year, what has been your focus, and what do you think that time off allowed you to sort of understand about yourself and your game?
Yeah, I mean, I played overseas this season, but just coming back, biggest thing for me, staying healthy. Make sure I'm taking care of my body. I think I spent a lot of time and just invested in what works for me, what makes my body feel good, so that I'm able to be on the court as much as possible. And then just with this team, I know a lot of the players. Just talking with them, I've been around them a lot, asking questions about what to expect in camp from Becky. Picking things up is kind of easy, just because I've seen a lot of the stuff that teams have run. I'm able to pick up on that stuff, but still, just mentality and knowing what to expect from the coaches, just kind of through the older veteran players.
Bria, we've been in our practice facility, Aces headquarters, for a little over a year now. Can you just talk about what the experience has been like for you playing in there for the past couple of weeks, and then maybe 50,000 foot level? How important it is for every WNBA team to invest in that.
Yeah, for me, it's amazing. I've been in this league since 2014, so just to kind of see the evolution of different practice facilities is just amazing. Like I said, with my injury history, having those resources, having that facility that you have access to all the time, I think can help you maintain your body and just make sure you can put the best product out there on the floor. So for me, it's tremendous, a great situation for me to come into. So I'm excited to see it, and we want this to grow. We want this to grow throughout the league, and I think every WNBA team should have this type of access and these type of resources so that we can really just take care of our bodies and just build a great product out there on the floor.
Blake?
Bria, Blake's Braddow from Blake's Take. You came from UConn, so obviously a huge winning program. How does it feel to finally play for a great winning program like or a team like the Aces?
It's amazing. That's why I thought the Aces was like a great fit for me coming in. Just the standard of winning. You want to come in, you want to win a championship every year, and just players holding themselves accountable. Players that are ultra competitive. It's just the kind of environment that I want to be around. And it's the kind of environment that I'm used to. So I just want to continue that and come in and just kind of give what I can to help the team in any way.
Thank you.
Brad?
Yes, hi Bria. How are you? It's Brad Lake, WBB Nation WNBA Swish. Can you please speak to the growth over your career that you've felt as an athlete and as a person through the highs and the downsides?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously you come into this league having a lot of talent, but there's a lot of stuff you don't know. There's a different level that you kind of have to learn as you go. And so throughout the years, gaining that experience, just as far, especially as a point guard, mentally knowing like how to run certain things, when to run certain things, who to put in certain positions to run those things. I think all of that has gotten easier as I've gotten older. Just with time and experience, but then also some of the downside is like playing year round. I played in a W and played overseas. Obviously, it's impacted my body. That just might be a downside of being that experience, but I just want to get out there, kind of use my knowledge and what I have to help the team. I probably don't move as fast as I used to, but I think I move a lot smarter than I used to. So I think that's all beneficial.
Jordan?
Hey, Bria. So you come from UConn, and it's no secret that they produce great players. So girls like Aaliyah Edwards and Nika Mule, they both came from UConn, and they're taking next step in their careers. Just speak to what do you think they can contribute to their respective teams?
Yeah, I think they're going to contribute a lot. The one thing that Coach Arima knows how to do is develop players. And not only just physically, but mentally and thinking the game. And I think that's what helps set a lot of UConn players apart when they get to the pros, is because you're not just going out there, you're not just running plays, like you're making reads and you're playing basketball. And I think that's very important when you get to this level, because a lot of times team scout, they take things away, and you got to be able to still make a play when you're not able to do what you want to. So I think that's the biggest thing. Aaliyah is going to have an amazing impact in Washington. I think Nika and her defensive presence and just her mentality is going to do really great in Seattle.
All right, Christos, close us out.
Hey, Bria, hope you're doing well. Actually, you played in a championship caliber teams overseas in Turkey, especially with Gala and Fenerbahce.
Yeah.
What would you like to keep from that experience, carry on to this season in WNBA with the Aces?
Yeah, I mean, going to those teams, they have a standard of winning, and they have a very competitive rivalry in Turkey. But yeah, just that standard of winning. When they go out there, they want to win. They want to be the top team in Turkey. So we make sure I go out there and prepare well, compete well, and on the biggest stage, you want to make sure we perform.
And also, speaking about your role, how you vision yourself in the team on the floor, especially?
I think I'll fit really well, like kind of in a combo guard position, kind of backing up the point guard and then maybe playing the two a little bit. I think my experience and my ability to shoot the ball are really going to help. So I just want to impact the game in whichever way I can.
Thank you very much. We got one more left with the Asia Fair coming up shortly.
No problem.
Yeah.
They gonna record me?
They are recorded. We are recording. We are live. Everybody in the world will see these.
Friday Night Live.
Really? That is sweet.
I don't know, actually, Christos failed, so maybe not around the world, just he's from Greece. All right, let's go ahead and get started with Sean.
Hi, Deja. Sean Schultz, WNBA Swish. Wanted to ask about Kelsey Plum's dog class. How did that help you? What was it like, and what did you draw from that experience?
I think that it prepared me to be able to learn quickly and adapt to new things in a new environment. I think that was what I was looking forward to the most, and also meeting her and getting to be in that environment of what she does and get to know what it's like to be the pro that she is at the same time. So I think getting to learn about growing and learning in different environments was big for me.
Excellent. Thank you.
Jordan?
Hey, Deasia, this is Jordan from Television Sports. So, like Becky Hammond, you're also an undersized point guard. So, just talk about some of the conversations you two have had about what you can bring to this team.
She wants me to be able to hit open shots and be a pest on defense. So that's what I've just focused on the most this past week as we wrap it up. And being a sponge to all the information that I don't know about this team and how they do things here. So just being open to growing and learning and doing what I'm told and what's asked of me. I mean, being the best asset I can be.
Thank you.
Matthew?
Hey, Deasia, welcome to Las Vegas. I wanted to ask you what has been the biggest thing that has surprised you, or the biggest moment of just understanding you've had in this first week of training camp that you were something.
Can't hear Brad either. Blake?
Hi, Deja. Brad Blake, WB Nation, WNBA Swish. Some of your former coaches have referred to you as a ballerina. They speak of your grace, but then they also speak of the struggles that you have had. Can you speak to the ways that you have grown as a person and how all your sacrifices will finally pay off?
Yeah, I think that being undersized my entire career has been the main thing that, a lot of people focus on, but I got where I am today at this size, and I've only grown maybe 1 or 2 inches since 12 years old. So I think that has, pushed me a lot, given me the boost over the time, and all of the adversity that I've faced in my life and in my career at the same time that might been looked at as a setback, or you may have been able to use that as an excuse to quit or to slow down. But I've always just used everything that was formed against me to prosper. And I've done one heck of a job up until this point, and I plan to continue to do so no matter what is thrown at me. So I think that's probably the best way I can, answer your question and continue to move forward.
Blake?
It is. With so many legends and icons around you, what's the best advice you've been given since you've joined the team?
I think the best advice that I've been given is to be myself, be myself in all that I do, no matter what I am, where I am, because of what I've done and how I've carried myself and played this game and, went about life. I think if you worry too much about what everyone else has to say or what they don't say, that can kind of cloud your vision and cloud what you're trying to do. So I think just be yourself and do what you've been doing and do it well.
All right, Matthew, let's try it again.
Hi, Deasia. I wanted to ask what the biggest sort of moment of surprise or just thing about this first week of training camp that's been the biggest learning moment for you, and something you didn't expect in this first week or so that you've been with the Aces.
I don't think I've probably gotten that yet, but one thing that I can say that's different has been the physicality. I don't think it was a surprise. It's just
me realizing, how physical that we're able to be in this league and in this game. Coming from college, we're not allowed to be that physical at all. So that was probably the biggest thing that was different. And again, it wasn't a surprise, but it's just been the difference.
Thanks a lot, Jay.
Oh, wait, can I ask one question?
Yes, you may.
One of the things that I loved on draft day was you got that call, or you got that video from Coach Jack. Can you tell me how important she has been to you and just how important coach relationships are, coach player?
To touch on, me and my college coach, Coach Jack, again, I talked about adversity, and I've been with her for the last 5 years of my career. We met when I was about a sophomore or junior in high school. But out of all the years that I've known her, we've never had to deal with what we had to deal with this past fall/winter with her medical situation. And I think all the work that we put in to each other and into this game, that was a test to what we put in, the work. And I think that made our relationship go from where it was to something totally different, because it was a hill that we both had to get over, and we still had a season to go through, so it was like, what do we do now? Do we just quit and do we sulk, or do we continue to use this to push forward? I think the relationship we've built has been like no other, and I don't think I'll, ever find that in a person, let alone a coach. But I would hope to be able to build relationships like hers, like the one I have with her, moving forward with my new coaches and stuff like that. But with her, she holds a special place in my heart, and she will forever do that. But I think, the relationship you have, or the relationships that you build with your coaches, are important. And, I think that you should not take certain people or certain people that come into your life for granted. And it's okay to, be open and to trust those people, because not all bad people are bad, and not all good people are good. So once you are able to determine that and be able to be open to people in general and be open to what they can do for you in your life, that'll take you a long way. And with her, that's what happened.
Thank you.
Thank you, don't forget to get that mic on. We have several people trying to walk off with them. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. That concludes our Media Day Zoom sessions. We will chop this up and get it in our shared folder.